Check, check, check. Mic test 1, 2. Hello. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. That should be good right there, buddy. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Okay, Chad. Oh, I'm hot too. All right, hold on. That's one. Mic 2.
Right.
Okay, ready to go? All right.
Yeah, we're just about ready to go live here. Kristen?
Well, hello everybody. It is Wednesday night. It is 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time
Yes, it is.
in Colorado Springs, beautiful downtown Colorado Springs at the Golden Room. Yeah, we love this place. This is been home now for what, 6 months? Man, we haven't been kicked out yet.
We are so lucky. Nah, we're
But
good.
we are so lucky. I mean, really, we appreciate the Gold Room, the Social Butterfly Media Group,
Yes.
everybody in the Wyndham family.
Our Nicole, our
Buddha
beautiful
boys.
bartendress.
Yeah,
We can't live without her.
tip early and often.
Please.
And you can get that food order from Springs Orleans around the corner, and it's great Cajun food.
It is. It's incredible.
That's why we
Excellent
open the
food.
doors at 6, so that people can come in and sit down and eat dinner and be comfortable like Jack is over there.
You bet. You bet.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, how you doing? Good, good. Good to see you.
But, you know,
We have a very special guest this evening.
we have all, yeah, we do. This is a young man that I've had the privilege of knowing and seeing for a long time since I came back in 2009. And for your benefit and education, Ms. Laura,
Hi.
Austin said anything's acceptable to ask. So I said, how about the history of Austin? Because we actually got to be careful with him because he broke his hand.
I know I'm fragile, you know.
I know.
really
it's like,
are.
so you're going to see, I mean, there's got to be a joke about, no, there's not a joke because that's not, yeah, we're not even going to go there.
Man, I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know how you're playing with that.
I'm
man.
glad-
Honestly, it's like I broke it on a Wednesday and I played Friday, or no, I played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday that week. So I haven't had literally zero time to let it heal. But the doctor said that I wasn't doing anything to hinder the healing and I didn't need
Good.
surgery. So
Good. Thank goodness.
yeah, and it's back to, probably 75%.
Good. So we're close. We're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Well, you know, this man is one of the hardest working musicians in the state because since Austin said, gee, there's no question off limits, we're going to, I mean, there's stuff that, I mean, this guy is so hardworking. He's open for killer acts at Cervantes in Denver, and he's floored the Colorado Blues Society a couple times. And, you know, there's just so much to go into. So, you know, first I want to say we miss Lisa Carnes.
Oh, Lisa.
And we hope she's feeling better.
Yeah.
And also, the Shadow Man is not in the shadows tonight. He's in the shadows somewhere, though.
Yes, yes.
And we wish him all the best.
We do, we do. I think this summer crud's kind of been going around a little bit, and so as soon as they're feeling better, they'll be back. We love you guys. We miss you.
You know what? You want to just play something for a little bit, because this is Austin Johnson, and he's a badass.
Play some of your beauty.
Some beauty. I think I'm just going to play some blues for you guys. I don't usually do this solo kind of gig, but we're going to see what I can do here.
Right on.
Tricks and your charms. You can try to give me back, baby, with all your tricks and your charms. You know, in all your ways I rove, you'll be left with empty arms. You know, when all your games I rove, you'll be left with empty arms. You know, when all your games I rove, you'll be left with empty arms. Thank you. It's a little bit harder without a band back there. Maybe I should start trying to play some love songs for you.
Well, you know,
Hey,
I remember a time, what was it, last Territory Days, not this year, but last year, and Sean was running late, and you played both. You had the sound guy. Which
Shout
was
out to Nick.
Nick from Buddha Boys.
Yeah, Nick from Buddha Boys for throwing an octave on my guitar and telling me to turn up really loud. So everybody there could hear my guitar volume, but through the mix, it sounded like a bass. So you couldn't hear that there wasn't any bass there. And it was so good that literally Sean sat in his car because he thought I had a bass player up there.
Oh.
And I was like, I remember calling him and being like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, you got a cover. I thought your dad got a bass or something to play for you." And I was like, "No, I'm up here. The sound guy is covering for you, man." And also shout out to Jim Weir for keeping me on my toes and definitely not letting me slip up or wait for Sean having to play with an octave on the guitar.
That's really cool.
You got to get the job done.
That is awesome.
We appreciate Jim Ware too, because we just had our first logo in the Territory Days program.
Woo!
I know, and we're looking forward to being reminded of that every year to come, because I think I have a video of that.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's what I do. I
would love to see that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look
All
for
right,
that.
excellent. We'll
And
post it.
There's more Austin stories.
Many.
Many.
Too many. Let's keep it PG though.
I was just going into the R.
No.
Darn.
Okay, so Austin, for those of you that don't know, is part of a young generation of guitar slingers that have just come in, and you know, you grew up here, you started here.
Yeah, I was born and raised here. I spent a little time in California with my mom, but I graduated from Palmer High School. Yeah, there was a bunch of us that came out right there. There's something in the water there for a minute. A bunch of people moving here from different states that were bringing so many different styles and so many different feels that were, you know, generating new thoughts to these people that were coming in. Me, Austin Young, Noah Mast, Alex Goldberg, all these cats that are you see on the scene now. They're, you know, dominating it. We have to like take it back to, you know, Jake moved here when he was, you know, young, not very young, but young enough. He had some of that East Texas style that he brought.
Jake Loggins.
Yeah, Jake Loggins. And then Jeremy Vasquez moved here when he was probably my age or something like that. And Jeremy, he brought that whole like Chicago swing and a little bit of that West Coast like Latino feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's amazing.
And there's a lot of cats that like, especially those two cats in particular, that my generation, the Austin Young, the Austin Johnson, all us, the Taylor Scotts, we have to, you know, give it up for these guys, because they did bring this whole kind of new feel for guitar. It's all the same notes, it's all the same stuff. They learned it from somebody, but it's all seasoned different. It's a different part of the U.S. You know, you go, it's all like different foods. You know, you go to different places that you eat different kind of seasonings there. Or you come to here, we don't say the T when you say mountain. You know what I mean? It's just like mountain. It's one of those things. It's like an accent. Music is like an accent of where it comes from, and it's really cool to see. And also got to give a shout out to like Jesse Cottonstone and John Alex Mason and those cats, because you know those guys brought a whole other kind of blues style before, you know, Jake and Jeremy were here too. So and going back even farther than that, but those are like the guitar slingers, you know, going in a generation of Colorado Springs guitar slingers.
So that was a little bit of infected water there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. There was something in the water.
I wrote a song called Infected Water once. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But you
Something in the
know,
water.
here's another story. I mean, it's like, man, you are one of my favorite cats in town, because he's just so genuine. He looks like he's 12 still, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to grow a mustache, but it's not really going so well. It's like kind of patchy, but it'll come through.
It looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, so in 2009, what did you do at a place called Soto's?
Oh man, 2009. Well, we'll go back a little bit farther, like a little bit farther than just Soto's. But 2009, that summer was awesome because my mom, she's got ties back to like old school. Like she knows Axl Rose, Slash, Guns N' Roses, all those cats, and I always thought it was just jib jab, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, you know them, la-di-da-di-da. But I'll never forget, she sent me into this studio in West Hollywood with like a little care package, and we won't disclose what the care package was, but she said, "Hey, just say that you're Katrina's son at the door, and they'll let you in." So I went there with my guitar and my little care package, and I knocked on the door, and went into the studio in the little foyer. They said, "Oh yes, go to this room." And I walk in, and there's Slash, and there's Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses, the original drummer and the original guitar player. And then in the back, I saw Duff just chilling too, and I'm like, "Whoa, this is kind of weird. Am I in the wrong spot?" And they're like, "Oh, you're Katrina's boy," and they're like, "Oh," and one of our really good friends, Chips Enough from Nubs Enough, he was there, and he kind of organized the whole kind of thing. And I got to play with Slash when I was like 2009. I was 15 or 16. Man, I have to do the math. I'm 16, yeah, probably. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then when they came through Colorado Springs and they're playing, it's at right across the street from Southside Johnny's, that place, Soto.
Yeah, with Soto's.
Oh,
Yeah, I got to get up there and jam with those cats, and it was like Alex Grossi from Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
Slash was there.
Lonnie Paul.
Yeah, there was all sorts of cats there. It was pretty cool, man.
Right on.
And I was just some long-haired little kid with a fedora that thought he could play guitar, and and they were all really very gracious and nice, and gave me some good wisdom, and I was even offered to go out, and I don't know if it would be called interning if you're on the road, but going out and teching and kind of getting to play and do some things. But I've always been kind of hard-headed and stubborn. I don't know if that's kind of a downfall for me, but I didn't want to go out and just kind of like pick up strings or tune your guitar. If you want to take me out, I want to do it.
I want to be on stage. I want to
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
That is it.
Yeah, but
Good. I'm glad you.
6-7 years
strong.
later, I'm like, should have done that.
Well, that's the funny part of the story is that both Larry Holst and myself were there taking photos, and I walked up to you after you got up, and I said, "Well, we've got some really good shots," and he just looks at me and he goes, "That's okay. My mom took pictures."
Oh my God, yeah, that's like
I still got them, man. You're gonna be surprised.
I gotta get those for sure. And
Yeah.
that'd be a crazy, different look on my face, I'm sure. Long hair.
And I thought it was, tell you the truth, and don't even judge. I thought it was Austin Young.
Yeah, no, that's what's so funny is we always get mixed up for each other, but we look so much different.
Well, now, yeah, but then
Yeah,
you
back
didn't.
then we didn't either. You're right.
Yeah,
We were both
because-
just two little kids, a year apart, just kind of doing the same thing, man. Much love to Austin Young too. He's a great player,
Yes,
awesome
he
guy,
is.
and we're lucky to have been able to grow up together and cut heads and be able to experience. Both of our fathers played, and both of our dads kind of got us into what we do. My mom as well, but
That's really cool.
it was really awesome to harness. We used to have a weekly dinner that we'd go over to the Young's house, and it was me and my dad would go play. My dad would play bass, and me and Austin would play guitar, and Tim would play drums, and it was just like a weekly kind of we'd go together, barbecue, hang out. Me and Austin got to play all the guitars that Tim would never let us play before because he'd start drinking a little bit. We'd be like, "Oh, can we play this? Can we play this?"
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. How come you cut your hair?
Oh, man, I don't think I could grow it out any longer. It was just, I roof during the day, so, if I had long hair, I would be hating my life. Actually, I'm due for a haircut right now.
Aw. Let your beautiful hair grow.
Oh, yeah, right. Like I said, I don't even think it would grow if I tried.
So what else are you planning on playing for us tonight?
Oh, just a bunch of songs that I hate so much, and I hope that you like.
Have you just played them to where you are done? I mean, sort of with them,
See, this fits in perfectly with our charisma of not being so professional.
Hey, man, let's speak for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself, brother.
I love it because I can be anonymous and act up here, and I got to say thank you to my friend Polly O'Carey. She has played here before. She used to play with Tim Langford in Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, And she is a bass player that's got a real good thing going on right now. But she sent a CD to me here at the office.
Wow.
Right on. Is she gonna hook it up? Has she hooked up a date?
She sent me a message, and it was like, okay, I'm playing in Evergreen, and I'm playing at Ziggy's in Denver. And I said, what? You're not coming back to the Gold Room? And so, yeah, we didn't talk about that, but, you know, she'll be around. She's really,
awesome.
you know, a very motivated young lady who also is a big charity worker. Someday we'll get to interview her about that. But
great.
Yeah, thanks for the CD, Polly.
Yeah, thank you, girl. I can't wait to listen to it.
It'll be on the Worldwide Blues Show all day Sunday, midnight to midnight.
Yeah, all right.
Let's hear another song.
All right. I'll play a little original song for you guys.
Oh, great.
Looky there, who walking through? A beautiful girl, baby, look at you, look at you. A beautiful face and a bright smile. Said, look away, boy, it might take me a while. I looked at you and then you looked at me. That's when I knew my opportunity. I never met anyone that made me feel this way. That's when I had to jump to say, oh, I wanna kiss you on the moonlight. I want you to put up your very best fight. Well now, baby, let's start playing those games. 'Cause I love you, baby. Oh, I hope you feel the same. What's your name? It started out when I said damn thing, and then you leaned in real close to me and said, oh, but Lord, I ain't that easy. And then you whispered, I wanna let you know I love your style, I got to have your soul. And then I looked at you dead in your eyes. Let me take your photo while it's right. Oh, I wanna kiss you on the moonlight. Oh, I want you to put up your very best fight. Well now, baby, let's stop playing those games. 'Cause I love you, baby. Oh, I hope you feel the same. I hope you feel the same, I see you driving around town with the girl I love. I'm like, forget you, baby. I guess the change in my pocket, it wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with ya. Now ain't that some stuff? Now with the pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget you, baby. Well, I'm sorry, I can't afford a Ferrari. Mean I can't get you there. You're an Xbox, I'm always sorry. Playing those games with you ain't fair. I pity that fool that falls in love with you. Oh, you're such a showna, you're such a showna. Ooh, I got some news for you. Why don't you go and tell your little boyfriend? I see you driving around town with the girl I love. I'm like, forget you, baby. I guess the change in my pocket, it wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with you. Now ain't that some stuff?
wish you the best with the forget you now. The present time, of course, is now. Will this love last? Only time can tell. Until we know this will for sure pull through. I'm just another lonely soul. Yeah, the passing, just a passing on through. I'm just another lonely soul. Just a passing on through.
Thank you. Mr. Soundman, this monitor is really making some noise. Can we just turn him off?
Wow. Yeah, I can hear it too. Yep. Seriously making some serious noise there.
Wind tunnel.
Wow, it does sound that way. It's anyway,
really
just down
does.
that Red Bull, and it'll be a little more intense.
Ah.
Yay. Oh man, no distractions. Who is not entertained by just Austin Johnson? I mean, come on. How many people can just stand up or sit down and you know, with a broken hand, go through his routine? This is a professional, right?
The broken hand thing. Come on, guys. Everybody. That's like, it's in the past. I got like full both hands. It could be worse.
Well, I'm really
Well, it could
glad.
be
I'm
worse,
so
but
glad you got at least 75%.
I could came here with a cast. Now that would have really sucked. I had to play bass with a cast when I had the cast, and I only had these two fingers.
Oh,
like
no.
clawing like a.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. For those of you that don't know, Austin Johnson has been doing, well, right now it's the Sunday 5 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, we do a little residency over at the. Sorry to promote at the Gold Room, but the Navajo Hogan every Sunday from 5 to 8. We do a little blues jam. All players are welcome. This week is going to be a little bit of a somber week. We're going to be celebrating the life of our dear friend Dave that passed away a few months back. Rest in peace, Dave.
So sorry.
Wow.
So sorry for your loss.
Did not know, yeah.
That's a music community loss. That man was at every event that had to do with the blues or had to do with music that he liked. He was there. He looked like he was from Miami Vice, but maybe like 75.
Oh,
And
wow.
he would come up and he'd always put some weird stuff in your tip jar. He'd come up, he'd put
No.
like he would, you know those little wind up teeth.
Toys? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One time I was looking down on my stage and there's just like wind up teeth, and he's just like looking over at me. I'm like, Jesus.
Now I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, what a shock.
Wow.
You know, wow.
So yeah, whoever's listening or watching, if you're in the blues community and you'd like to come pay your respects, a lot of people met Dave at the Navajo Hogan. That's where I met Dave, and his family asked me if I could organize and be a part of the wake and the musical celebration of a dear friend and a dear music lover, Dave. So come out, feel free to bring a memory, bring your guitar, bring whatever. It's 5 to 8, but I'm sure we'll go over due to the fact that it's a family affair. And it is the 4th of July, too, so.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds really incredible. That's going to be a really deep felt,
Well, you know,
wonderful 3 hours.
we've had some memorials for a lot of times during this year already. You know, we've lost a lot of people.
Way too many.
Yeah, way too many. There's, everybody is, you know, I don't know how to say it, but, you know, they're in a better place, you know. They worked hard, they done what they did here, and, you know, I'm happy to say that whatever pain they had is no longer there, and they're looking down upon us right now, and, you know, rest in peace, everybody that we've lost in this last few years in the blues community and the Colorado music community, from Tim Young to Karen Vasquez to Ron Bass,
VC.
Oh yeah.
Man, all these names of people that I grew up with and got to watch, and I remember them telling me, stay in school, get good grades, you know, and then having to play at their memorial or something, you know, is really tragic. But I love them, and I know that they love me, so they're here right now, they're listening. So.
Well, you know, and really, this is a great story. This is the stuff that, you know, it's great to say, oh yeah, we have a great, diverse music community. We do, but the fact is that everybody is in the community, whether they're a player or not, and the community is really tight. I have met so many incredible people between, you know, the blues
man, the
communities
myth, the
all
legend,
over.
Jordan Smith. Speaking of the music
Yeah,
community, walking in the
that's
door.
right.
Hello.
I didn't tell you he
Good
was
to
coming.
See you.
Man, I feel bad because I was giving all the guitar slingers a shout out, and this is the original guitar slinger. Only one of us got to play with B.B. King.
Oh.
Wow. Well, you know what? He's becoming a regular. We're talking with him about doing a whole lot of stuff,
Yep.
and we're just glad to
Taking
see
a trick out of your book today.
Yeah, what can we do to move? Let me move the chairs around for you.
Oh yeah, right.
So, Austin, where is your theoretical background?
Oh, like
How-
theory and like
Yeah.
actual
Have
knowledge.
you
I've
done that?
learned theory. I know theory and a bunch of different instruments. I've played trombone. I've played bass, drums, cello, that kind of stuff. I learned enough to fully engulf myself and then just run with it. I should have put my full potential into it. I did a semester at the Los Angeles Music Academy.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. Frank Gambale is a music instructor out there, and he is a monster, man, monster. And I'm playing with this cat, Kerwin Brown, who just recorded a record with him, which is super ironic. He just, he's actually doing it right now. It was with Sean Lennon, John and Yoko's kid.
Yep.
And Frank Gambale, Kerwin Brown, and Lee something or another on the drums.
Nice.
But yeah, it was. I know I can pick stuff up, and if I see it, I can do it. But I mean, if you were to be like, "What is the modal?" You know, I'm like, "Oh man, I'd have to really go back into it and think." But I'm not just a feel player. I've had some sort of technical kind of background.
So, how do you feel about that? How do you feel between the playing and the feel of it versus
You
as
need to know
well?
both.
You do.
Like, you
You
need
really
to know both.
do.
I mean, if you're wanting to be a working musician,
You do.
not just doing what you do or being solely engulfed in what you want to be in your ego and what you want to do for yourself, but if you want to work and you want to play gigs for other people. I mean, I've played for a lot of cats that just needed guitar players coming into town. Bill Morganfield, his Muddy Waters son, I played guitar for him a few times when he came into town, and a bunch of other cats too. But the thing is you just got to know, and you got to be able to like recognize what they're doing and what works best for the song, and not play for you, but play for what works best for the song. And that sometimes takes both feel and technicality, because you got to have that feel for what the song entitles, but you also need to be able to know where that song is going to take you. Because if they call you 15 minutes for a show and they're like, hey man, we got these songs, we don't have them charted out, but we need you to come up here and do this, it's like, okay, you really need to be able, if you get thrown in with the wolves, theory and that kind of stuff really comes in handy when you're like, okay, I know that, you know, if you sound like you're hitting a minor, but if we're playing in the key of D major, but I know that your root note's a B minor, and I know that whatever I'm doing doesn't sound right, I know that it's, you know, the relative minor, you know.
Right. Absolutely, because there's a lot of folks I know, or even, you know, I teach guitar, and a lot of my kids.
I do not envy you.
Actually, it's so rewarding.
I'm so glad, because I tried
really
teaching
is.
guitar a few times and I felt like I just was like going backwards. I'm like, man, what? What's going on here?
Well, Lisa and I, our co-host, we're writing a book,
Oh wow.
a theoretical book, trying to put all the pieces together. That
Like theoretical as in like you're theoretically thinking, or theoretical as in like theory?
well, very good question. In you taking theory and bottling it up theoretically in your mind to attach it directly straight to the guitar. So there's no
So you're gonna make like a shortcut, like a how to,
yes.
like a
Yes.
theory for dummies.
Yes, but we're not going to call it that because
I'm sure there's already one of those.
well, that would have been. Oh, there is. I think there is. I think there is for everything. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, what do they have? Fishing for dummies. They got everything, changing tires for dummies.
That's great. Oh my gosh. Well, and the reason why I asked is because it really is important. So that really helps a lot too, and it'll I can maybe take this conversation back to my kids as well.
Yeah,
And-
my dad is one of those players that plays with strictly feel. Like he came up from the time where there wasn't a lot of books and a lot of people that you couldn't read. If you couldn't read like actual, sheet music, you wouldn't be able to put it on the guitar. So my dad had to learn from watching like Johnny Cash show, Johnny Carson, all that. Just listening and rewinding the records and the 45s.
Yeah.
And he's a great player too, but
Slowing them
Oh
down.
yeah, White Bison did a show last fall at the old, the one that you started at, and boy, they just killed it. And here again, it's like, Roger Pennington did not have to say, "Let's talk more music," because Ted, I mean, he's a real hyper guy, and it's like, man, we just barely got stuff in edgewise before he jumped into another song. It was just
Yeah.
It was just
he was
a
ready to
music
rock.
full of 2 hours. Yeah.
Yep. So
That was great.
we still have a good 2 hours left. So
oh, that's awesome.
he's like, I don't think so. Yeah. It's great for us.
2
to
hours
have
just
you.
keeps growing, huh?
That's right. It does keep growing.
Holy moly.
It actually has grown. It
That's
is
one of
really
our
grown.
favorite sayings. It's like no matter where you go, there you are.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to play another tune, or I have 1,000 questions for
You
you.
have 1,000 questions for me.
1,000 questions.
Oh, lordy lord.
So he's like, nah, I'll just play.
I'll probably play then. All right. One of my favorite guitar players, one of my favorite songwriters. A lot of people don't give him as much credit as I think he deserves. Is the late great Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh.
And
Oh, man.
a lot of people ridicule and say that he's got his one Jimmy chord, but there's a little bit more to the meets the eye for sure. And he's gonna be forever my number one. And I think I'm gonna play a little song, one of my favorites from his.
Loving it.
Where to Warner Jacks are in the boxes. In the clouds, they have all gone to bed. You can hear happiness staggering on down the street, babe. Footprints are dressed in red. A broom is drearily sweeping of the broken pieces of yesterday's life. Somewhere, a queen, she lay weeping. Well, somewhere, a king has no wife. And the wind, whispers of Mary. The traffic lights that turn blue tomorrow, they wish I the emptiness blow down on my bed. The tiny island that is set on, you know, down the stream now. You know the life we live, you know the life we live is dead. And the wind, you know it whispers a memory. Will the wind ever remember? You know the name she has born in her vest. With his crutch, his always and his wisdom, he whispers, no, this won't be no last. And the wind, you know, whispers a memory. And the wind, you know, it screams out, you know, a Mary, baby.
Thank you.
You know those people who say that about Jimmy? You know, where maybe I would say something, but I can't because we have young ones in the audience tonight. However, you know, it takes a lot of feel. It takes everything you got to even create such beauty.
Yeah,
His
no
words,
kidding.
everything. So I have no clue where they're coming from.
For sure. I mean, the guy is a intellectual mastermind for sure. He,
Yeah.
you know, even foresaw his own death. You know, anybody that can foresee his own death is definitely a visionary. Can see a little bit farther out than what we can understand at the moment. And, you know, that's why Jimmy's, lasted the test of time, much as every other great.
What is that story? How did he?
Oh, it was an interview with a reporter in like London newspaper or something, right? Like probably late '69, right before he played that Isle of Wight festival, that last like really awful fest that he hated, and he left saying some really nasty stuff. But the reporter was just asking him what was going on. He seemed like down and stuff, and he's like, I'm not gonna reach 28. I know that 27 is my last year on this earth. And he was just really foreseeing a lot of things that were happening, but he didn't even know it. And then, you know, it kind of just the inevitable.
That's a trip. That really is a trip. You know, I was going to say hello to some of the audience members too, because they're all here for you. And
Hi, I'm Jack. Hi, Austin.
Hey,
you know,
Jack.
I love getting the backstory.
Hey,
I
yeah.
love you,
This is
little
like,
brother.
you
And
know,
anyway,
storytelling.
Yeah, this is special.
it is good to have you.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right,
Well,
fair
that's
enough.
it. We always talk about, you know, does anybody ever go up to bands and artists and say, "Hey, love what you're doing. What, you know, this is the unplugged version of
Yeah.
Austin Johnson."
It is. It's like unplugged, except for I don't have an acoustic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
So Jordan's going to be here
That's right, Jordan.
October 4th.
Hello. Yes, I'm the October 4th man. Actually,
October 4th, man.
Really, it's crazy how this came together. The band's name is Cosmic Blues Apothecary.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So or CBA, you know, you can abbreviate it and make an acronym out of it. But
So much drama in the CBA, right?
yeah. But it's really cool because I have musicians who are far, I guess, superior to me, but I don't know the best way to explain them. Like our lead vocalist, Karen Tackett is her name, and she spent, I believe, almost nearly 20 years on Broadway, and it's like, yeah, it's like, and then.
That's incredible.
And then the drummer, you know, John Charlin has degrees and degrees and degrees. He's been to Berkeley and every other music school you can think of. And then Ben Bubeck is our bass player. And please forgive me, Ben, and everybody out there. I can't remember the name of his school. It's in Northern California. It's something. No. It's a conservatory, but I can't remember which.
Is it the one in San Rafael?
It could be. It's like the Pacific. But yeah.
So you've got a killer lineup. Oh my goodness.
And then there's me. You know, just pounding out some guitar.
All right, Mark.
Pounding out some
Yeah,
guitar riffs.
you need to set this straight for us here.
Well, you know, this is also, I hope, a show that's going to couple and raise awareness for Jordan's musical program, A Positive Note.
Yes, a positive note. Anyways, back to referring to the band. All of the people that are in this band were instructors for A Positive Note, you know, and I noticed their superb musicianship, you know, and I was like, okay, who likes blues, you know, and they're like, oh, blues, yes. So they decided to join up with me, and yep.
I can't imagine all the incredible things you guys will be doing. So
Yeah.
we look so forward to seeing you on October 4th.
So you're
man.
bringing all the Positive Note students and families, aren't you?
So far, I think so. So,
'Cause, yeah, we really want to have a big show turnout for that program.
awesome, and yep.
Cool. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. It's good to see you again. Yes, huh? Can you guys hug? It's got to give you a hug too, sweet. Good. Hi, Maddie K. It's good to see you. Good to see you too. Have you here? Well, thank you, my dear. All right. Well, you know, we've got some killer music coming up here. So
Yeah, you know, Austin can't sit still. He's got to play another one. He's going to tell us when he's tired because, like,
that's
you know,
right. He'll let us know, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you got to promise you'll let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
All right. All right. Thank you, Jake.
Bring the slide out. All right.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I'm just the one told my mother before I was born. You got a boy child coming. You're gonna be a son of a gun. They're gonna make all young women jump and shout. And the world gonna know what is it's all about. 'Cause I'm here, babe. Everybody knows I am. I'm your hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I am. I got a black cat bone. I got a mojo tooth. I got a John D. cockatoo. Girl, let me mess with you. I'm gonna take all your girl. I'm gonna lead you by my hand. And the world gonna know I'm your hoochie coochie man. I'm your heavy. Everybody knows I am. I'm your hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I am. On the seventh hour of the seventh day of the seventh month, 7 doctors say you was born for good. This you will see. I got $700, baby. Now don't you mess with me. I'm here, baby. Everybody knows I am. I'm your hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I am.
Thank you. That was great. This guitar was not a slide guitar. I don't know even why I brought that thing. It's clanking all over the place. Thank you, man.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, all my stuff's for sale, actually. So if you guys are interested, you want a piece of Austin Johnson history,
No way!
you can have it.
No way! Why is it for sale? Are you really?
Yeah, it's all for sale, you know. I'm for sale too. I mean, dang, darn.
Really? Yeah, she's beautiful. She really is.
Yeah, but it's not the same when you say, well, there's always another. You can't say there's always another guitar, because if you really like a guitar, it's like there's no other than that guitar.
Oh man, there's always other guitars. There's two type of people. There's the people that want to hold on and the people that don't care, you know. And I don't care.
Good point.
I have a few choice pieces that I'm like reluctant to want to sell, but you know, if someone came up to me and wanted to buy it, it's for sale, you know. It's whatever. I don't care. I really don't.
So what kind of choice pieces do you have?
Man,
Oh, there's a
Right?
There's a 335 that everybody just loves, and
the 335, yeah, that one's one of my favorites for sure. There's a family heirloom 65 Fender Stratocaster that doesn't get to come out very often and needs refretted. But
Sweet.
yeah, I mean, I have very expensive taste, which means when I find the next level of expensive, I'm like, well, dang, I gotta go sell everything and try to get. I don't know.
Know what you mean.
Someday I want to own a '59 Les Paul, which I might have to sell a couple, like sell my home and my kidney. Those things are selling for like $250,000 to $500,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, those are cool too.
Oh my goodness.
Those things,
Oh, wow.
Gibsons are up way high right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Can
the
you
market's
tell us
crazy.
that again?
Especially
Jordan?
the
Tell us-
Black
I
Beauty.
sold a 1958 Les Paul Black Beauty when I was working in Santa Barbara for $380,000. So
That is amazing.
yeah.
I know a guy that picked
Killer.
up one at an auction in Sacramento, California in 1979 for next to nothing.
Well,
You know, at
if
flea
you have
markets-
Believe that?
At flea markets, you
And
never know
now-
what you're going to find.
they had this story of this cat that literally, this burst, the 58 to 1960 Les Paul Sunburst is the most rare guitar in existence, and people will give an arm and a leg for it. But the very first Les Paul that they took a mandolin color and they decided they wanted to try it because their sales dropped significantly. Fender came out, their guitars were lighter, they were, they sounded just as good, they were versatile. So they tried to do something to spiff it up, and they put out these bursts, and they found the very first one to ever put into production, or the first one they have yet to date. And it was, they have it on listing for $698,000. It was original owner. The guy, his parents bought it for him when he was 8 years old, and he never learned to play it, and it sat in his closet till now. He's like, Lord knows how old, He was 8 in 1958.
Goodness.
So like, he's probably in his 60s, and he's had this guitar, and
He's
it's
older than
clean.
me.
Super clean, doesn't have any wear, nothing, never been played. It's
Oh, no
it's
battle
amazing.
scars, man.
It's a showpiece for sure.
Yeah, wow.
So that's my main goal in life. Some people want to buy a house, have a family, and have dogs and all that kind of stuff. I want to own a '59 Les Paul.
Sweet.
So does that mentality come from working in a music store for so long?
Oh no! Don't ever work in a music store.
Yeah.
You'd say the same thing, right? Don't do it.
Yeah.
Do not do it. Every musician friend of mine, listen to me. We've all done it. We've all wanted to do it. Do not do it. It is the worst.
Okay,
Literally-
tell us why. Tell us some of the
Oh, no, I just-
horrid stories.
You're working retail, you know what I'm saying? You're working
True,
retail.
true.
At the end of the day,
Gotta
it's
sales.
you're working. It's music. It's something that you love, and you're bringing it into something that you completely hate. I hate going to retail stores. I hate going to places and dealing with the salesperson and dealing with this and dealing with that. It's like, man, don't make me do this, and don't make And then you have, like me, when I was selling, I wasn't trying to get in their space and be all whatever. But then again, you got the cats that look upon me as a kid that think I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's like that frustrates me too. It's like, man, you're saying all this stuff. I could list you the history of all of this right now, and you have no idea, and you're just blowing me off because you think I'm some young kid. So I was just super, super done with having to deal with people, and then I didn't want to pick up my guitar at the end of the day, and it doesn't pay very well,
right.
So
That's true.
The music stores, I hate to say it, man, I love them, but there is going to be a few and far between coming up really soon. It's really hard. It's really slow in every music store, even the big chains.
So what do you
Guitar Center.
think? Yep. What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, everything's just going to the internet. I mean, it could go. The same thing can be said about the mall, or the same thing can be said about Walmart. I mean,
The only thing
Walmart's
is-
always going to be here because we need that assurance of having that at an easy right here, right then. But when you have these competitors like furniture people, music instruments, electronics, all these things that are on, so the competitive prices on the internet are just way better than you can get with these markups, these margins that people are trying to make for their overheads or whatever. And it's sad because you're going to lose that personability and that you know, being able to be like, oh, I bought this guitar from Austin Johnson, or I bought this guitar from, you know, Jake Loggins worked at a music store, Sean Purtle worked at a music store, Desmond Washington. Some of the best musicians around this whole state worked at music stores and probably sold guitars to most of these people that are bedroom players, you know. And it's sad to think that my taste in my mouth is bad about the music store, that I don't want to work at it. But I will always shop at a music store. I don't shop online when it comes to music instruments.
Yeah, you wanna put your hands on that guitar.
Well, not only that, I like to Bill St. John, Moondog Mike.
Music Central,
You know, even I worked at Pro Sound Music, so the Sheffields, all the local Colorado guys. Or even when I go to California, you know, Bananas at Large. That place is one of my favorites. You go into Norman's out there. That's also another awesome one. All these mom and pop shops. I don't like the corporate guitar centers. I mean, I like some of the employees that work there. They take care of me.
I got the shirt.
Hey,
because I thought the schools were cool, man.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the shirt, but that's. Well,
yeah, don't shop chain stores. I bought some things from Guitar Center too. Don't get me lying to you.
I got my Les Paul from Guitar Center, and they don't make it anymore. So yeah.
But I got to tell you, you're right, man. The specialty mom and pop stores, you know, Moondog Mike does a unique service.
So is Music Central.
I can't keep up with where he's at though.
Well,
where is Moondog Mike? Is he on the 26th? Is he on 27th? Is he on 28th? Is he on 6th? Which one is it? He just moves up and down Colorado Avenue. Every time I go there to buy strings, it's like, we're way down here. And I go down there, it's like, we're way down here. It's like, what's going on, man?
He's next to that English Dockside restaurant, you know, and
we'll see how long that's there, right?
And then across the street is Andrew and Blindworm, you know.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's my next guitar. Just want you guys to know, Andrew.
Well, Andrew and Kelly are getting married August 5th.
Yay, congratulations, Andrew and Kelly.
Yeah. And we still want to get them involved in a show. I think we should do a showcase and let some seasoned pros like you and Jordan flash on some Blindworm handicraft.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
guitars,
would that
I don't
be
even
cool.
know what I would do with one of those things, though. They look like, you
Aren't
know,
they
they're supposed to be on a wall, you know. There was a story my dad said that my mom made like a gourmet meal, and he said, what am I supposed to do, take a picture of it, or am I supposed to eat it? You know what I mean? That's like how I feel about those guitars. It's like, am I supposed to play it, or am I supposed to put it on like a stand? I'm afraid to play those. You don't know how thin those woods are at some spots. I have no idea. He made a guitar for a friend of mine, Bill Douglas, at Royal Recording. And it's a beautiful piece of work. It's like art, you know. But
it is.
Like I said, I'm afraid at any sort of. I'm rough. Like I get mad. I have a temper. I'll throw my guitar if I have to. You know, if it's not treating me right, I'll toss it on. I don't care. But
my belt buckle.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that to my guitar.
Yeah. So I know if I. That's my only worry too, is hitting a scar, putting a scar on it. But
it'd be cool to have at my house, having put like some like really cool like intricate art.
Yes.
I'm a Pisces, so maybe like 2 fish.
Ooh, see? Oh my God. And that would be so killer.
Would
be gorgeous.
How cool would that be? The Austin Johnson signature Blindworm guitar.
Actually have an Austin Johnson signature TMG guitar.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't bring it tonight, but it's pretty cool. It's a 2-tone. TMG is a company out of Oregon. Shout out to Jonathan Roberts and everybody out there in Bend, Oregon, for doing such an awesome job. They build guitars for David Ryan Harris, John Mayer, all those type of cats. They're all Strat, Tele, Fender-esque guitars, but they're built to the standards of the old days. So they still use Brazilian rosewood. They have they're relict, and it's really beautifully relict, and it looks like it's something that's been. I mean, the neck. The funny story about that is I was selling a guitar online. And it was a custom shop Strat, and this guy Jonathan Robert, I didn't know who he was. He hit me up on Messenger and was like, "Hey, I build guitars, la-di-da-di-da. Would you want to trade your custom shop, which is like a $2,500 instrument, for a guitar I built?" And I was like, "Man, with no due respect, you know, but I built this one. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sweet.
I built my own guitars too. I can build parts casters, is what I told him. And he was like, "Oh, is that right? Yeah, you could build parts casters." And I remember him sending, he was like, "Give me your address." That's the only thing he said to me. And I gave him my address, and about a week later, my grandma calls me because I gave him my grandma's address. I usually ship just right up the street to my grandma's house because she's always there. And
Smart move.
yeah, in case anybody tries to take anything.
Yeah,
Plus, I got a
yeah.
big old dog up there, so
Good.
they'll bite him. But yeah,
Security
so
system.
my grandma's like, "There's a big old box here for you from this TMG guitar company," and it was this beautiful, beautiful guitar, man. And I was like really happy with it. And I was like, I took a video of me playing it, sent it to him, and all this stuff. And he was like, "Man, I love your playing. We need to get you a part of the family. Tell me what you want." And I was like, I have two actually. I'm waiting on my second one right now, but the first one I have is a really cool. It's a two-tone sunburst with all the 50s, like their 50s reissue kind of
Right,
hand-wound pickups. It's got a
Sweet.
beautiful AAA Brazilian like quarter sewn like flame maple neck, and it's just ridiculous. I'm not a fan of maple necks either, and I kind of went out on a limb because I wanted to get like a 50s era kind of Strat style. I have a lot of rosewood, and I was like, maybe get a maple, and I was very happy and very pleased on what it. And that's one of those choice pieces that aren't for sale right now. Maybe, but
Everything has a price.
everything has a price.
Right?
You're right, but
Well, and it's a time for a shameless plug for our Facebook group page, the Southern Colorado
you
Musicians and Artists Cooperative.
Yes.
We're getting like 100 new members a month. We're over
Man.
6,400 members now.
It
And
has
the
grown
thing-
so quickly.
It is. It's growing huge.
It is.
But the point I was going to make is that there are craftspeople that are members of the group. There's luthiers, amp makers, effects makers, pick and slide makers. We kind of solicit all that so that people know that there are choices out there.
You bet.
I'm
So
sorry, my grandma
please,
called
please.
You know
Take a
what, your
look.
grandma, say hello for me because I met her in Memphis when we were.
oh
doing
yeah,
the
my grandma
IBC.
did make that trip all the way to Memphis.
Wow.
She is
She did.
just a beautiful lady. Hello, Marge. I really.
I love my grandma too. I wouldn't be the man I am today without my grandma. I lived my whole life with my grandma.
That's cool.
Grandmas are
awesome.
so cool, right?
Heck
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Without my where I'd be.
Wow. Thank
For
God
sure.
for
Well,
her.
if she doesn't. If you don't know where you'd be, we don't know where you'd be.
yeah.
You're like Jeremy.
We
it's
all
like-
thank God for your grandmother. Dear.
Yeah, because like you talk about Jeremy Vasquez, and man, it's always a treat when he comes to town. But it's like
You never know. He's a ghost. He's in and out.
Yeah, he's in and out. It's like,
Yeah.
well,
He came into town and then he's like goes to. Last I heard, he was like in Hawaii. He took his girlfriend to Hawaii, and then he was just like, "Nah, you can go back," and I'm just staying in Hawaii. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's just one of those cats, and he will leave all his stuff at like somebody's house. Like he has all these beautiful vintage amps and all these guitars, and it's just like scattered around the state of
Wow.
Colorado. There's like some up in like Frederick and like one buddy's house. There's like 2 amps down here in Max's house. There's an amp over here in Al Chess's house. All his guitars are just everywhere. I'm like, dude, how do you have this much trust in people? You know what I mean? And then you
that's
don't have this.
straight up.
And then I talked to them, and they're like, I haven't talked to Jeremy in like a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know what's going on. I'm holding this
Oh
stuff,
my
but I haven't heard
goodness.
from him in forever. I'm like, dude, you gotta like call these people. Make sure they didn't sell your stuff or something, man. Like,
Well,
come on.
Good people to the ones that didn't. To
Oh
the
yeah,
ones
they
that-
all don't. Like Jeremy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jeremy's got a lot of people who got his back. Thank God.
Yeah, that's a really good thing.
we've caught some gems with Jeremy, and one night in particular when Kofi Baker brought the Cream Experience to Stargazers, and Chris Shutters, the guitar player, asked me, "What's there to do?" I said, "Well, let's go to Benny's," and he jammed with you and Jeremy.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, what
Jeremy
a-
is.
That is
that was
so cool.
some smoking stuff.
Wow.
He's always on for sure, man. That's
Damn, I wish I would have been.
hands down my favorite
It's on
Colorado
YouTube
guitar
channel.
player, for sure.
Yeah.
He may not be my favorite person in life, but he's an awesome guitar player.
Wow.
No.
Awesome, awesome.
That's it. He'll always be around, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's one of those cats. You know, I remember stumbling around. I was like only one that was underage in Memphis, and like 18 years old. And Jeremy's sneaking me in, sneaking me drinks at all these clubs and all these. We're at Rum Boogie and just having a good old time with Nick Moss and all these cats. And yeah, definitely, I love that guy for sure.
So what is your favorite original that you've done? What is your favorite one that you like? That you've done
None of the
yourself?
above.
No way. No way.
I've got a few that I enjoy. There's the ones that I like most are kind of the band setting. I don't do any that I could really play right now that I like. I like to more upbeat funk, R&B, soul, neo soul, that type of
Really?
stuff. That's like
Really?
mostly what I like to do and what I like to write too, you know. But when it comes to like playing solo or playing just kind of like mellow kind of stuff, there's not really any songs that come to mind that I wrote that are kind of like special to me. There's a song that me and Woody wrote back in the day that's pretty cool, but he used to sing that one, and I don't even know. I can't even get close to doing that. He's got
Right.
one of those voices that are 1 in a million.
You know, and that's the deal. We made this show a long time ago, and
When
for
I had a
those,
band,
for those, yeah. I mean, this was supposed to be the Justice League show, but you know what? This
it's
is
just the Just Me show today.
the Just Me show. But
Good.
really,
Yep.
no,
That's-
it's good to talk
enough
about
to have
moments,
you
man.
right
I
there.
mean, you talked about
Oh
Memphis.
no, man! I've been playing with Woody a long time. I miss that guy for sure. He just he had to go do his thing for a little while, and Sean's my best friend in life, and he had to go do his own thing. He's got 3 kids. He's got a life to live, and got a family to take care of. And you know, we all have a dream, and we all got stuff we got to do, and sometimes the dreams don't always come timed correctly all at once. So.
Well, if you need a house,
I know that feeling.
If you need a house, Sean's the man right now.
Yeah, right. If you need a house, Sean will sell you a house and smile the whole way to the bank.
Well, you know, and shout out to Sean because we caught him at the Rocky Mountain Bass Slam.
Oh my God, that guy
Kerwin
is.
Brown. I got the video up on YouTube.
He is the best bass player in Colorado. I'm sorry, like I can't give anybody else any credit. Like I love Kerwin, I love Kim Stone, I love Noel McFarlane, I love Colin Truesdale.
Yeah.
Garrett Sayers from the Motet. You know what I'm saying? I love all these cats, but none of those cats can carry Sean's like bass case. Like, sorry. Like when it comes to feel and raw like sound and groove,
He's
and,
got
like,
it.
Oh yeah, no,
I've never met somebody that was like Sean Pirtle. Sean Pirtle changed my life in the way I thought of music, just playing with him for the time that I did, for sure. So,
well, everybody should check out that video on the YouTube channel.
everybody should check out Sean Pirtle. It's the best
Yeah.
thing they can do today.
That was quite a day for the dueling bass displays, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure that. Well, I probably would have had to leave after Kerwin and Sean. I'm sorry. Like, you start off with the best. How are you gonna start with the best? Like,
No,
I'm gonna be
yeah,
like.
I mean,
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. You
Like,
can't.
you got Kerwin Brown and Sean Pirtle, and they're doing a bass duo with like one of the nastiest drummers in the state, and you're gonna try to have people come on after that. They better look really pretty.
well, Glenn
Helps.
and Paul. I've known them for years.
Glenn's
too.
awesome too. Shout out to Glenn Tapia.
Yeah.
He's an awesome cat for
And
sure.
I told him, I said, next year, yeah, we've got to bring some more Southern Colorado bass players up.
Man, but like, gotta put Sean at the end of the night. Sean and Kerwin at the end because you know if you want people to stay.
And maybe that's why, Chuck Rainey was sick, so
no.
maybe he knew about Kerwin and Sean. And,
Yeah, maybe he just decided not to show up. He was scared.
Oh, can't disrespect Chuck. Yeah.
Was Bobby Vega there?
No.
Was that last year that he was there?
And I've apologized profusely to Glenn and Paul. I said every time I've been wanting to go up for the bass slam, something happened and I couldn't end up going. One time I was stuck on the side of the frickin' highway with a blown radiator hose. But this one, I mean,
Frustrating.
the number 10, I mean, it's gonna it should continue because really they're doing a great thing. It benefited the Blue Star Connection.
That's awesome.
You
Yes.
know, and
Rest in peace, John Cat.
absolutely.
Yes.
Our friend
Hearts
John
and
Cat.
Rest in peace,
everything
John.
go out to him and his family.
So hey, oh my goodness, can we hear another one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like yeah, maybe.
Let's do
It's beautiful.
There must be some kind of way out of here. Send the joke out to the theme. There is too much confusion. I can get no relief. A businessman, you drink my wine. Come and dig up all of my earth. Too many walking on the line. Nobody's out of this world, yeah, baby. All alone the watchtower. The reason to get excited, the thief he can't last for. There are many here among us. I feel that life is but a joke. You and I, you know we've been through that. This is not our thing. Let us stop talking falsely now. The hours getting late. Why did you leave me here standing alone in the world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father too far. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. You know when doves cry. All alone, the watchtower, a princess she can't save you. While the women, they came and went, baby. But for service they did do. You know, where sad with the gold distance. Oh, I can't hit the ground. Two riders were approaching now. We began to have I did give you my picture. You and I in a kiss. Butterflies are trembling. Do you, my darling? Can you picture this? Why did you leave me here staying alone in the world that's so cold? Maybe I just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father too. Oh, maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Rest in peace, Prince.
That's great. You know, I gotta say, we share that fondness for Jimmy, and I was.
And for
you
Prince.
guys did a Jimi Hendrix tribute day, and I always know what day we lost Jimmy because guess what? It's the day before my birthday.
No.
Well, you know, it's
You
just
know,
one
we
of those
didn't put the
landmarks.
two together.
Well, it wouldn't be
goodness.
you know, anything anyone would think about. But
Don't feel
did
bad.
not
My
put
mom
it-
was born on the day that Elvis died. Robert Johnson died.
Oh, wow.
There's like 2 other musicians all died on the same day.
Holy
And then
Ghost.
what's ironic is my mom and girlfriend have the exact same birthday.
Okay,
Oh,
that's a little
no.
strange.
Yeah, no, it is really weird. It sucks really bad. And,
So yeah, like, what do you do? What do you do in that?
Oh,
what do
man.
you do?
don't even get me
I
started.
am so sorry, my
Yeah.
dear.
But no, it's funny because my dad named me Austin James Robert Johnson, and then he didn't even know that he died on the same day my mom was like born. So it was like so weird.
Wow.
And my nana loves Elvis. She loves Elvis more than she's like, Austin, why don't you? Not my grandmother, but my nana, and she's like, why don't you play more Elvis songs? Love Me Tender, Love Me Tender. I'm like, oh man, nana, like I don't got a low enough voice to sing no Elvis. He's real low. That's like Johnny Cash. I got
You can do it though. You can do it. I can hear it
I can
already.
only talk low.
That's really good. Go for it.
Oh. That's it though.
We love some Johnny Cash, man.
Or my dad, he sounds just like him when I swear.
Really?
I swear, man. You get up there and have my dad sing some Johnny Cash. Sounds just like I've got the same low timbre voice. I can't do it, but he can.
Wow.
For sure.
That's really awesome too.
Probably all those years of my grandma pumping him full of Johnny Cash records.
Yeah. Play Elvis, son. Yes. So, have you played any Elvis in the past? I mean, you haven't played any type of that for your grandmother.
I have. I
in
learned it was
particular?
it was a Christmas present, but I forgot it since
That's-
then. But it was it wasn't Love Me Tender. It was another Elvis. It was one of those other really quintessential Elvis tunes,
Sweet.
and it was
That
like
was nice.
yeah, it was really nice.
That's
But I don't remember it. To be honest, I'm more Team Johnny Cash than Team Elvis.
I'd have to go Team Cash. I just
I
would have
love
to do
Elvis.
Cash.
Elvis will always be the man, and he was
They
always.
say he's still alive.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to like that genre and that era, like between Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and
Oh yeah.
Elvis, they all did different things, but I kind of like that rebellious kind of like didn't give no cares what you said or what you did or nothing.
And there
Kinda
we go. That was
Cash.
Johnny all the way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love it though. Do you do Johnny? I mean, have you done any? Have you in the past?
Yeah, I played
Do you ever do Johnny?
Yeah, I do a lot of Johnny Cash when my dad's around because I can't. Like I
Okay.
said, I can't.
Yes.
I can't sing it like he can.
Right.
But he's like a walking encyclopedia for everything country. He toured around my age. He toured with a pretty big name country act. He's I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head right now. It was like Hank. I think it was Hank Thompson or something like that. But my dad was the rhythm guitar player for him for probably about 2 years. And he traveled all around the world and got to play country. So anything country.
Nice.
I mean, I remember my whole childhood waking up on Sunday or Saturday mornings when I wouldn't have to be at school, and my dad would be strumming over there just like some country song. And I'd be like, Jesus, Dad, I'm trying to sleep. I finally got a day that I can sleep in, and
no.
he's up at 7 a.m.
Okay,
singing
so
Whiskey Bent and Hellbound. And
How often does that happen where the son is telling the father, hey, I need to sleep in here? My granddaughter Alexis would do the same thing. She'd be like,
I learned to adapt and just wake up and do it too. I was like, well, that's probably a pretty good habit, get up and play.
Straight up.
It's cool. I miss those memories because he doesn't do it very often anymore, where he just sits down with an acoustic guitar and just kind of like, sing some of these like really old country songs that I may not like to listen to from the record, but for some reason the way he does it is just so awesome. He does it just so genuinely awesome. I love it. For sure.
Well, that's really killer.
Well, he's so versatile, man. I've heard him do all sorts of stuff. I mean,
But he's best at country, I swear. He doesn't want to do it. I swear he could be a rich man if he would just do country music. But he wants to play rock and roll and southern rock and all this stuff. But I mean, if he would just sit back there and sing that, he would be set. He could do everything. Probably he could do all that Jays and Aldean stuff too if he really had to.
Well, even you guys. I mean, you opened up for what, John Namath at the Oriental Theater recently?
Yeah, John Nemeth, right?
Yeah,
Is that how you say his name?
And totally blew away the crowd because your set ending song was "Whole Lot of Love."
Oh, with Woody, man. Woody used to murder
Oh my
that song.
God, you guys rocked it.
Marcus King, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Marcus King, we got him up to jam on that song with us, man. And he was just floored on how Woody could just be back there, just killing it. Only person that could ever get in Robert Plant's range in all of Colorado, I swear. It could sing it authentically with that growl.
He is
and
amazing.
But it not sounding like Robert Plant at all, making it sound. I would much rather listen to Woody sing "Whole Lot of Love" any day of the week than Robert Plant. And that's like not dissing Robert Plant because I do like Led Zeppelin, but for some reason the soul that white boy's got is definitely that boy's got soul.
That's it. When you were doing the IBC for the Colorado Blues Society, Kyle Diebler just said, "Hey, if nobody's going to nominate Woody for best vocalist, member's choice, I'm going to do it."
Yeah, no kidding, man.
And Kyle was the coordinator for the IBC,
Wow.
board member. But
Did he do it?
well, did that end up working out? You got best guitarist, right?
Yeah, we all got nominated. Woody and I both were in the top 3. I think both of us ended up losing to somebody, but we were like both second place or something. It's not losing. It's not a competition. None of us are
There
losing.
you go.
We're the new
Great.
kids in town anyway. So
I was watching the faces of people watching you guys, and you guys, everybody loved you guys. Both times up in the Golden, Buffalo Rose and Golden.
that band was a good band.
It's all on video on the YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Just type in Austin Johnson on the Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists YouTube channel, and
Sweet.
we've even got the jams from the Overlook from how long ago?
Lord.
And
That was a long time
that
ago.
was a long time ago. Yeah. So I love how you intertwine things.
You did. Oh man, your
and-
segue is so beautiful.
Yeah, you got to do another mash of something.
All right, we'll mash.
Hold on, let me just about drop the phone.
It's okay. It's a good thing you're getting a new one.
Remember that old saying? Everybody said, "Hold the phone."
It literally. Holding it down for some live KCOS. We're here with Austin Johnson. Live KCOS. still have 2 hours.
No, we do not.
Sorry.
You stop lying to
I'm
me
so
right
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll quit.
now. I really had to pee, and that's not fun.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm like up here, got ants in my pants. I need to dance. All right, let's go.
When the cool of evening, when you start to feel that things are kind of groovy, call you up and ask you if you like to go with me and see a movie. First you say no, you want to stay home tonight, but then you stop and you say, alright. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you now. And when you always keep me guessing, girl, I never seem to know what you've been thinking. A fella looks at you and you know your little while will be awakened, baby. And I get confused cause I don't know where I stand, but then you stop and you hold my hand. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you now. If you wanna get down, you know, down on the ground, cocaine. If you wanna get back, you know, down on the ground, cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie, baby. Cocaine. If you get them blues, you got to shake them blues, cocaine. Just forget there's some facts that you can't get back, cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie, baby. Cocaine. And now if you decide you're gonna stop those little games that you've been playing, you know, babe, I will be waiting now. And I get confused cause I don't know where I stand. Then you start and you hold my hand. Love is kinda crazy, spooky little girl like you now. Oh, you know you're spooky, baby. Well, you're spooky, baby. Lord, Lord, you're spooky now.
Thank you.
That was pretty spooky, buddy.
I was deeply spooky, my dear.
So you know what? You're coming back here Friday night, aren't you?
Friday, yep. I'll be here 2 times in 1 week.
I know
Twice
it.
is nice.
Yeah. So Friday night is a band coming to the Gold Room. Austin's opening with
Pamlico Sound. They're a couple buddies of mine out of Boulder. They're a really good band. They're a funk band. They're led by a female vocalist. They're
Sweet.
really horn based. You want to
Oh.
take the mic for 2 minutes while I go relieve myself?
Yes,
That'd be
yes.
awesome.
Yeah, that's fine.
Radio
Good.
people and all you guys live, I am going
Yeah.
to relieve myself. I will be back.
Don't forget to get a beer on the way back. All right.
But yeah, the
So Friday night, what's going on?
the Pamlico Sound. They are like Austin said, from Boulder, and they were just cool enough to find me, and we got to talking, and they sent music, so they're being played on the station,
Sweet.
and they're a very funky band, just like Austin said. The singer is just like, I don't even want to say, but almost reminiscent of maybe like Chaka Khan.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a show worth
Gotta
coming
love
out to see.
Rufus and Chaka Khan.
Yeah,
Love it.
no, if you guys aren't doing nothing
Friday night.
except I don't know, is it Castle Raven night or what?
No, actually Thursday night is Castle Raven night.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
this
we
Thursday night.
and as modest as you guys are also on the station, as long with Street Corner Gypsy, Lisa's band.
Exciting.
You know, the whole thing. And I didn't finish my video there. There it goes.
That's all.
So we had some dead air, Dave.
That's all right. We're doing good. We're
But
doing
you know, while Austin was playing, I noticed our friend Alan over here brought his dog again, and the dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
always-
if you would think that the dog was grooving to the music,
Man,
her head was kind of
bobbing up
bobbing, you
and
know.
down.
And
She's all grooving, and I gave her a nice kiss, and the little head turned. Said, "What? What is that lady trying to make me do? You are the sweetest thing in the world. How you doing? How's our? We've got some great fans in the audience. Thank you so much for being here. Is it all right if I tell? Hi, baby. What's your name?
Hello, B for
he's
10.
also a
Beef for
ventriloquist.
Anybody that plays Hendrix and pulls a slide out's got mad respect.
Thanks, brother. I love your
That's
dog,
awesome.
dude.
Yep, she loves the music. People teach their dog to chase a ball. Mine learned how to sit on a bar stool.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty classic when I go to a place.
So how's things progressing with the brewery?
Things are good. We're busy.
So now you know he's been a regular here almost every week lately, and I know
yeah.
we're scoping out people to fit into the entertainment lineup for the new place.
Absolutely. Yes,
awesome,
we're
man. Yeah, I got some cards on me too, so we'll definitely link up before I leave.
definitely. I love this place. It's been nice. We had metal last week, and we got blues and brews this week, so that's
right.
awesome.
It's always good to have a little difference.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's a nice
yeah.
venue.
Who'd
And
you guys
then-
have in here last week?
We had it was a double header of metal. It was the Dub Project with Anthony Welch from the Riff Rag.
Oh yeah.
And his other band, kinda, that he's not in, is called Offering of Dust. It's basically the same members without the singers. They swapped out the singers.
Oh, cool.
And Anthony wasn't playing drums. But yeah, it was a great night. I mean, the music, even though, some people go, oh, metal. Oh, how about that? You know what? We just opened up a new show for the metalheads of Southern Colorado and the world, actually.
Metal's awesome, man.
You know what? We
love
called
metal.
we're calling it Colorado Metal Shop. So,
You guys got to play some Suicidal Tendencies on
no, 10 to midnight. We have our own collection of
there.
metal.
Oh, Colorado metal, huh?
Colorado metal, it shreds, man. It sounds I used to listen to Sirius XM liquid metal in the car until I got cheap and opened up my own radio station. Oh yeah, serious prices. So that's why we're free and we're on the internet, and we want to tell everybody to listen 10 to midnight. It's right after the show, and the Sunday all day blues show has been really fun. We've had a lot of interviews. We did a lot of. I posted a lot of, since Blues from the Top was just this last weekend. I posted a lot of my archives from Blues from the Top on the Worldwide Blues page. So, and I'm about ready to post a series of the Greeley Blues Jam that we did on June 10th. Walter Trout's going to blow your mind, man.
Walter's awesome, man.
Walter is amazing. And Samantha Fish,
His
Yeah.
guitar strap thing is so sweet. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
It's like totally goes all the way around him.
You know what? They really had the lighting down because I was videoing from the sound booth and it was dark and the lighting was so right on and well placed that
You're able to get everything.
you know, yeah, it was amazing to me that I wasn't using the DSLR, but it was just the video camera that doesn't always catch the light in the right places. But yeah, so all those are going to go up, and gosh, we've just been accepting new music for anybody and everybody. Thank you for everybody for sending music and send more. We want to shout out to Doug Deutsch Publicity Services, who's been lining up interviews for the show. And man, there's so many people to thank. You know, John and Cindy Hooten at Stargazers, Tony Cordy at Sunshine Studios. We are collecting logos for our webpage, and we just put a few more up. But you know, we want to thank all the people that keep us advertised in the community and beyond, because right now we don't have an advertising budget and it's word of mouth, but it's the best thing we can do because stuff happens. People send us CDs, email us with their music, ask to be on the shows. We're filled up. We're into November.
Dang.
Can you believe that?
That's pretty far out, man. You guys got a pretty steady thing going here. Thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Man, you know, and this is the thing that we say, that you're always going to be on every year.
Yeah, sorry, my second time on here, so.
Yeah, but you know what?
I really like the Gold Room, though. It's a good place to have it.
Yeah, you know, and no matter if there's 2 people or 350, I know there's people listening on the radio. I know there's people listening all over the world watching the YouTube channel. It's always fun to watch at the end of the week how many people really do the residual watching.
Well, everybody watching, if you need a new roof, call Austin.
Yeah, okay. Good plug, man. Are you insured?
Yep, licensed, insured.
No,
everything.
that was a joke about the hand.
Oh, yeah. But that didn't happen on the job, so.
Look, Mom, no cast. Yeah, I know.
What was
well,
the
that's
story
good.
behind
So
the hand?
how did you really mess up your hand?
Oh, we'll say I fell tripped over my dog.
So, you know, is that like the Spring Spree story where...
Oh, no, that actually happened. If I was to tell you that I fell off the stage, you would believe me, but I didn't fall off stage, no.
Yeah, that's...
No, I was just being stupid, you know.
Well, you know,
Not thinking.
that's it. That leads to the... I mean, everybody wants to see Austin Johnson because you're just a fun guy, man. You improvise, you do things, you're an entertainer, you've come up with everybody just like you said, and the collaborations at the Tuesday night Benny's jams, your jams, wherever you go, all the best always come out to hang out with you.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It's good to see the support around town and all the cats that are still doing it for sure.
Yeah.
Like the John Wises and the Doyle Hefner and all those guys. And you have, man, one of my personal favorites around town is Brian Jones. That guy is amazing. That guy, my favorite keyboard player in Colorado.
He just sent me a message. He goes, "I've been working on some new songs. Can I send them to you? See what you think?" And it's like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
please, Brian,
his
send me
last
the-
CD is in rotation, and it's beautiful piano. You know,
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
Have you ever been to Brian's house?
I never had the privilege. I don't know.
Brian's house, I swear to God, you walk in and it's an upright piano, his Hammond organ, the Leslie, and a bed. That's it. And he's got like a little kitchen bathroom area. But other than that, it's just like upright Hammond bed.
Well, you know, and that's it. You know, I'm not saying Bryant's old, but I mean, for at least me, it's like, man, I'm like you, man. I can let go of everything now and think that nothing of it. I have way too big of a house for me and Kathy.
Oh, I love it. It's perfect.
But, you know, that's it.
What are you talking about? It's beautiful. beautiful. No, just kidding.
Well, but that's the thing. If you have to let go and look around, who knows? I could be in a one-bedroom in Manitou any day.
Yeah, any day of the week. You never know.
I know, yeah.
Someone comes around, gives you a right offer for that damn house. You put some money in your pocket and get yourself a nice little pad.
Well, that's, I always say, one of my sayings, if I was only rich instead of good looking, but I don't know. I think I'd still rather be good looking, don't you, Alan?
Man, I'd rather be rich. I'm telling you.
Well,
right? Half the glass is full, and that's right. Straight up.
But so
I think if you're rich, you can make yourself good looking.
And that's a tragedy.
Just be careful around the nose area.
I grew up in California, man. And some of those National Enquirer stories are true.
Yeah. I got a cousin that's one of those.
Oh, I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine going for some killer, beautiful. You have this great thing, like we saw. What was the bass player of Kiss? Gene
Simmons,
and his wife. They went and got some really nice, facelifts done.
Some
and,
people just need to not do. You know what I'm saying? I once told my dad when I was little, I'm never going to grow a beard until I got gray hair because, that's the only way a beard looks cool. You got some mileage behind it, Gee, I'm going to shave mine off until it comes gray,
It's many years you got many years to go, dear.
I know. Well, no. I shaved gray already, so.
Oh, no way. No way.
They say it's bad nutrients, so if you got gray hair, it doesn't have anything to do with stress or anything like that. It just says you're not getting the right nutrients to have color in your hair and skin.
Or you have something like cancer,
Or you have cancer.
Oh my goodness!
I had,
really?
before you met me, I looked completely different, right?
Yeah.
I was 270, jet black hair.
You had jet black hair?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Well, then I had the red beard because we got Scots and Irish in the blood. And
Nice.
Oh, you're Irish?
oh, hey, yeah, man, and that's Irish Protestant.
Yeah. I'm Italian. We don't like Irish.
Oh man, we got something going on right here. Well, we have 2 hours and 15 minutes left.
Yeah, right. We got literally probably like 15.
15. So yeah, how do you want to close out the show? Because
what would you like to do,
everybody
my
should
dear?
come back Friday night to hear
Oh,
you
yeah.
open.
Everybody should come back
Absolutely.
Friday night. It'd be really nice if you guys came back and saw me in the Pamlico Sound and all that good stuff and come say hi. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Do that.
I will play a few more songs. And then I'll be on my way, I guess. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey,
How's your
man,
hand feel?
Thank
Is it
you for
okay?
being here.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's all good for sure.
You're incredible. Wait. I have a quick question.
All right.
Can I ask you a quick question? What are your future plans?
Continue to play music. I'd like to just be comfortable and be able to do my thing, be able to travel and play and do what I do. But in reality, I just want to, I want to just stay healthy. Do best because you can't do anything unless you keep your body and your tempo correct.
150%. Yeah.
So I definitely believe more than anything, I just like to be healthy and live definitely a long and
So you
joyous
live
life.
a
no
long,
matter what I
musical,
do.
prosperous life as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. With music, of course, but I mean with anything that's not music related as well. So
Awesome, man. Yeah, please. I'm sorry. No more. No more questions. My 1,000 questions are done.
one of my favorite musicians of the 21st century for sure has been John Mayer. He's brought a lot of the guitar to the forefront to all these young girls and a lot of people that didn't necessarily want to hear it before, but now they heard it. So I'm gonna play a couple John Mayer songs to end off the night. We got the afternoon. You got this room for two. One thing I left to do. Discover me, discovering you. 1 mile to every
picture. Your skin like porcelain. One pair of candy lips and your bubblegum tongue, yeah. And if you want love, we'll make it. Playing the DC of Vegas. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be a while. Body is a wonderland. Body is a wonderland. Use my hand. Your body is a wonderland. Something about the way that hair falls in your face. Love the way the taking crawling towards a pillowcase. You tell me where to go, and though I might lead to find it, I'll never let your head hit the bed without my hand behind it. You want love, you know we'll fake it. Baby, in the DC of Lincoln. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be a while. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonderland. Use my hand. Your body is a wonderland. Damn, baby, you frustrate me. You know you're mine, all mine, all mine. But you look so good at her sometimes. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonderland. Use my hand. Your body is a wonderland. La 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 da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. Baby, 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 ooh, you're my baby, 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 ooh, you're my baby, 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 ooh, you're my baby. Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely one of the girliest songs I play, but believe it or not, that is one of the hardest songs that I play too. That is, that's why I love John Mayer. Got to have those chords like this. It'll take me a long time to play, but this last song I am gonna play is also a John Mayer song, but this is another reason why I love the state of Colorado, and I love where I live, and I love that Rocky Mountain High, if you know what I mean.
Who says I can't get stoned? Turn the lights and the telephone. Me in my house alone now. Who says I can't get stoned? Who says I can't be free from all of the things that I used to be? Rewrite my history now. Who says I can't be free? It's been a long night in New York City. It's been a long night in Austin too. Don't remember Are you looking any better, babe? And again, I don't remember you. Who says I can't get stoned? Call a girl that I used to know. Fake love for 5 minutes or so. Now who says I can't get stoned? Who says I can't take time? Meet all y'all girls at the county line. We all fake that same design. Now who says I can't take time? It's been a long night in New York City. It's been a long night in Baton Rouge. Don't remember, are you looking any better, babe? And again, I don't remember you. And I don't remember you, babe. Who says I can't get stoned? Plan a trip to Japan alone. Doesn't matter if I even go. Now who says I can't get stoned? It's been a long night in New York City. It's been a long time since 22. Don't remember, are you looking any better, babe? And again, I don't remember you. A long night in New York City, babe. Long time at 22. Don't remember, are you looking any better, babe? And again, I don't remember you, babe.
Thank you so much.
Oh man, Austin, you are absolutely amazing, and we are blessed that you are here today, and you always will be. That's right.
Thank you so much. You got time for one more for me?
We got time for one more, my dear. I want to do a. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Tell me what you
I was just going to do a quick shout out to Brian's little boy.
Jason.
Hi,
Jason's little boy.
Jason, excuse
Yep.
me. I'm sorry, Jason.
Yep.
Brian's right here, and my brain just was on.
Jason
had to call you
and
back.
Jennifer, yeah.
I just wanted to say hi to Jason and
You
Jennifer.
know,
and their
he's
little boy.
he was over there with
I'm glad to be
when
here.
Dad was playing.
Here, it's really nice to have you here. What's your name?
Logan.
Logan.
That's right.
So Logan.
Yeah.
So
Way
are
to
you
go.
gonna take after your dad? Already does. Right on, Mom. That's so cool.
You know, in the last week and a half, so he was out in the truck playing it.
Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations. Wow, it's good to have you guys there. Thank you for coming. It's awesome. Thank you. Don't stop. No matter what anybody tells you, don't stop.
So we're ready for the closeout for the Just Me League.
The Just Me League.
I love you,
No.
man. You've got.
Woo! Yeah.
I love this song. It's an old Charlie Daniels song. It's got 1.5 million words in it. I hope I can remember them. And it's definitely one of my favorites for sure. So it goes something like this. I call up Julie on the telephone. I send her a letter in the mail. I tell her I'm hung up here in Dallas, and they won't let me out of this jail. And if she asks you how, then I'm very big. I tell her I'm just about to lose my mind. I'm worried about old John Lee Walker and the girl I left behind. John Lee Walker was a car mechanic, babe. An eye for trouble and a nose for cash. Luckiest Dan in Dallas County. Had a gold watch too and a black mustache with a bitch blade knife in his left hip pocket. A 44 hog leg under his coat. They cut you down in a New York minute. He catch you cheating, that was all she wrote. I called up Trudy on the telephone.
I sent a letter in the mail. Till I hung up here in Dallas, and they won't let me out of this jail. She asked you out there I'm fearing night. I tell her I'm just about to lose my mind. I'm worried about old Johnny Lee Walker and that girl I left behind. I just got to town last Friday evening, babe. I sure as hell didn't mean to stay. On my way back to Louisiana, I was pound for thirst in 6 months' pay with a peroxide blonde and a bomb Main Street. I'm flying high and feeling me. Pour down a bottle and a half of red eye. Put the $35 in the slot machine. But the boys in the deck, they were dealing 7 cards. They set me down and won 110. I reckon them chips like Grant took Richmond. Well, Big John Lee comes strolling in, and he raked off the table like a 707, babe. Pretty soon he done won all of my bread. I accused him of cheating and he reached for his pistol. I took a chair and went upside of his head, and I went off running like a motorcycle. Bullets fly in the sirens where took out the cops in Dallas County to put my skinny ass in jail. I called up Trudy on the telephone. I sent a letter in the mail. I tell her I hung up here in Dallas, and they won't let me out of this jail. And she asked you how they're not faring. I tell her I'm just about to lose my mind. I tell her I'm worried about John Lee Walker and that girl I left behind. Thank you so much for having me. My name's Austin Johnson.
Thank you, Austin Johnson. You rock every time. Come back Friday night for another round with
I'll have a band that time.
Yeah, they'll have a band this time.
Well, you know what? You don't need one. So you are incredible. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Wow. Rock and roll, my dear friend.
So everybody, please go to the Facebook. Well, go to the website because everything is linked on the website, KCOSDigitalMedia.com. You can hit the YouTube channel. You can hit the Facebook page for The Beat Goes On and the Worldwide Blues. Like them suckers.
Yes.
But the event calendar on the Beat Goes On page has all the events up until, well, I said November, didn't I?
Wow, November. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I got to say thank you to Colin Christie from the Gold Room Graphics Department for lining up the posters for
thank you guys
the
so
monthly
much.
calendar. It's going to be posted on our Facebook pages so you know what all the weekly performances are. Have a safe July 4th.
Absolutely.
Because we want you back July 5th for Lambed.
Straight up. Oh my gosh, it's going to be crushing.
Yeah.
Crushing on the stage. I'm looking forward to it.
Plus, the brothers have a great story. I mean, those guys are another genuine band.
I cannot wait to see.
Yeah, yeah. But, you know, tune in to the station throughout the day, all day. Get the Android application.
Yes.
Listen on your smartphone. 55% of our listeners do.
Yep.
But
thank you all so much, too.
You know what? Yeah. Can you just,
Jordan.
You know what? This is a technical question for the Learjet. I don't know. Is it so different on the iPhone that you just can't go to the website and tune in on the media player?
So, you know what? I'm going to run this microphone.
Good thing it was the end of the show.
All right. Let me give you this to answer that question, Mr. Lear.
Laura's cut off, Nicole.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Ah, you are rotten. At least I saved our CD from my wine glass.
Yeah. But no, thank you once again for everyone that shares, invites, and plays the station. We love you guys. We wouldn't be anything without our local Colorado talent, you know, and
our fans.
Tell a friend. Tell a bunch of friends.
That's right.
Because we got some great stuff. So until 10 o'clock, it's just the regular programming. 10 o'clock to midnight is Colorado Metal Shop.
Oh, man, and it's so hot.
And
it's the
guess
coolest
what?
Show.
I just added 2 Jag Panzer CDs.
Did you really? Oh, man, high five. Right on.
Yeah, there's in
brother.
fact we've been publicizing that, and there's been some amazing reactions to, wow, you're playing Winter Creed, you're playing Burns Like Hell, you're playing Icarus Echoes. Yeah.
We got some serious
So
music
if we're
on
not playing your
KCOS.
music, why not? You know, you can send us music anytime you want.
You ready to take us out, Mark?
I think we did take us out.
Did you already?
You know, if you got a parting shot, do it.
Nope, it's all yours tonight, my dear.
Well, you know, I can't do it as good as the Shadow Man.
I know, we miss our Shadow Man.
But he'll be back next week, I'm sure.
Yes.
Because he loves Lambed, too.
He will.
And everybody be safe and careful, and we want to see you back.
Next week. God bless you all.
Keep listening.
From KCOSDigitalMedia.com.
We out of here.